Eritrean and Sudanese asylum seekers have expressed fear and confusion after reports surfaced that the government plans to deport up to 38,000 African asylum seekers to Rwanda against their will. Shukriya sat quietly on a crate in an alleyway with her 3 children in Hatikva quarter, one of southern Tel Aviv's most densely populated African ghettos. The 34-year-old mother, who fled Sudan 5 years ago amid ongoing genocide, said she did not understand the government's aggressive policy. "I am not a criminal, I am a mother trying to protect her children and give them a good life," she said on Monday, as her infant daughter slept in a green and blue cloth wrapped around her waist. Her 2 young sons, aged 3 and 5, played with matchbox cars. Be the first to know, join our Facebook page. Function, D.S, ID, var.js, fjs equal d get elements batag name, s, 0, if, d get element bead, id, return, js equal d createlment, s, js.id equal id, JSSRC equal / connect facebook.net/n_us/all JS number xfbml equal 1 and app ID equal 1634148068997, FJS parent node insert before, JS, FJS, document, script, Facebook JS SDK. I was told Israel was a country that had humanity and accepted people who are persecuted. I do not understand why we are being forced to go leave to live in danger again. Isaac Nica Ramos, a 32-year-old merchant who has sold fruit in the nearby Hatikva market for the past 2 years, said he fled Eritrea by himself in 2012 after 2 family members were killed in the country's ongoing conflict. The notion of being deported to Rwanda, he said, terrified him. "I have worked very hard in this country, learned its language and have followed its laws," he said. "If I go back to Africa it will be a death sentence." Asim, a Sudanese father of 4 young children, who works as a janitor in the area, said he applied for asylum 7 years ago to protect his family from deportation, but the government still has not reviewed their application. "They call us infiltrators, but this is not so," he said. "We are human beings who need protection. We want to live peacefully, not be forced back." Noting that the government will reportedly pay Rwanda $5,000 for each person who is deported, Dror Sadat, a spokeswoman for the Hotline for Migrants and Refugees, called the development disgraceful. "The state of Israel has deteriorated to the lowest level," she said on Monday. "It is impossible to put a price on human life and it is disgraceful that the government intends to sell refugees to Rwanda." According to Sadat, the government is abdicating its responsibility to maintain a humane asylum policy for survivors of torture and genocide. Israel has a moral, historical, and international commitment and ability to maintain a genuine asylum system that will provide protection and status to asylum seekers living in its midst, including women, children, and survivors of torture, she said. Instead, the government chooses to abuse the refugees, treat them as criminals, deprive them of basic rights, bring them to the brink of hunger, imprison them, and sell them. Sadat added, "It is inconceivable that a state that initiated and pushed for the establishment of the Refugee Convention will send them today to their deaths." Share on Facebook, share on Twitter, tags, Migrant Workers Sudan Law.